Welcome to episode 476 of the Recruitment, Marketing and Sales podcast. And today I'm going to talk tools. I'm talking tools that we use in the business to help marketing. Now, I have several favorites, as you might imagine. And this isn't going to be a podcast about what recruitment CRM should you use, or all of the different scraping tools and everything else that different recruiters use and recruiter AI. This isn't about that. I'm going to share with you my favorite marketing tools and productivity tools that I use, that we share with our clients, that I think might be helpful to give you more time and resources and to get things done. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Recruitment, Marketing and Sales podcast. An obsessive focus on marketing and sales is the only way to accelerate your company growth. So listen in now as we share the latest strategies and techniques guaranteed to deliver you more placements and profits. Well, hi there everyone, this is Denise. Hope you and yours are well. And today we're talking tools. It's a question we're often asked. Oh, what's your camera like? Oh, what's that thing that you do there? Oh, what's this? So I thought I'd do a podcast and just share some of our tools, why we've chosen them, why we use them. And I'll just put the name in the podcast transcription of them all. We are not affiliates. We are not going to share our affiliate links and make money on what we're sharing here. It's too much of a faff. To be honest, we are just going to tell you what they are, and then you can make a decision on whether they're right for you and whether they would work for you. So before we do that, great to have you. There's a lot more podcasts, 476, I think, if I'm counting correctly, on the Superfast blog. Go and have a look. There is a search bar and it will put whatever your question is in there. I'm sure I will have recorded a podcast on it. And here's a tool that I use, a marketing tool called ScoreApp by Dan Priestley and his amazing, wonderful team. And that is what actually helps, the software actually helps to create the scorecard that we are currently running. And if you have not filled it out to get your candidate and client attraction score, then please do. superfastrecruitment.co.uk/scorecard will take you to a page and explain what it's about. And from there, you will actually get a personalised report, which will help you no end. I'll talk a little bit about scorecard with some of the things that we use in a second, but hopefully by doing that, it's literally I think it's 15 questions we've got. It'll take you 3 to 5 minutes to fill it out. It will be personalised, and for anyone that fills out the scorecard, we are more than happy to give you a free 45-minute consultation to help move you on your way. And obviously, we can have a conversation about if working with us would work for you. So let's talk about tools. I'm going to start with just the basics, a few hardware things, because people often ask. So even though I have an iPhone and I also have an iPad when I'm doing random surfing, and I actually have I use it as my Kindle. I am actually an Android girl. And it's funny, once an Android girl, always an Android girl, because people are always surprised that I'm a writer, I'm involved in marketing, that I don't use a Mac. I don't use a Mac. I use an Android. That's what I do. So now we've got that one out of the way and shocked a few people. Obviously an Android girl, and what I do is I have a desktop. I do a lot of my work on the desktop unless we're working away from home. And then obviously I use a laptop. And to be honest, I don't think the brand's important with either of those. But at home, I tend to have, because we work from home, we have a home office, I use 2 screens. It is a game changer, absolutely. When you're doing multiple tasks, to be able to work on 2 different screens, it is so useful. So that's what I do. When it comes to microphones and cameras, I use a Rode Podcaster, as does Sharon. I've had a few problems with this Rode recently, but I just think it's the cables have got a bit tangled up. So occasionally I've heard a bit of crackling going on some of the podcasts. So maybe it's the universe telling me it's time to change your Rode podcaster. Now, I do podcasting. It's part of what I do. If you want to buy a Rode podcaster, it's probably going to cost you not far off 200 quid. If you are going to do a lot of recordings or things like that, it's well worth it. If not, you could probably get a pretty decent microphone for well under £100 online. So I have the Rode podcaster. We do use our iPhones a lot when it comes to recording videos. However, many of you have commented the fact that our videos look really clear. And that's because we have a fancy pants camera, as I always call it. We've had it a few years now. And it's a Sony 6100. And I have it on my desk and it points towards me. It connects with Zoom, which is another piece of software I'll come on to. And also we have a capture card, which allows you to stream and record. Not to blow your mind with technology, but basically the camera is attached to a capture card that goes into the back of the PC. And it's great because you can just record in without having to worry about, have I filled up the card? So basically it helps to stream that. It's expensive. It's an expensive bit of kit. You're going to be spending well over £1,000 on it. However, remember, we're marketeers. We're using it all the time. It depends what you want to use. But I know some people really geek out on that and they really like to know. So all of these you can get on Amazon, the usual places online. We also use lapel mics. You'll notice Sharon uses them a lot. There are multiple ones you can get. I'm just going to tell you the one we have is called a Boyer mic. It's less than £20. You can get it on Amazon. It works pretty well. And you can put it into a smartphone and you can also use it in a posh camera too. We just use it because it's just really easy to use. You can get wireless microphones by Rode. A lot of people are using those now. I've seen those around. And you know what? You work with what you have where you are. The Boyer mic's always been pretty good. So that's something that we use and will continue to use. Now, managing data and files. We work remotely. We have members of our team that work in different parts of the UK, different countries in the world. And so it's really important to store everything. So we use Dropbox. We have a professional version of Dropbox where our files are hosted. It's all like secure and all of the things. And something that we use something called a NAS box, which is a network attached storage system. Really useful to use. And we have a couple of guys that are our IT experts that do things for us. They recommended it. I think that the term is a network attached storage. That's what it's called. We just call it the NAS box. But it's like an interface from the cloud. It's a bit like a server. And so Sharon and I work from home in different offices. And so we can use the NAS box basically to store data and draw down data. It makes it much easier than having to go onto the online version of Dropbox, download a file, edit a file, do all of those things. It's just more secure and works better for us. Talk to your IT person about it. Go and Google it, and I'm sure you'll find lots of data and information about it. But that's what we do, and that's what we use really to help us and make things work really well. Now, when it comes to planning, I'm a huge planner. Planning is a game changer when it comes to your business. We use Microsoft 365, and you're probably thinking, oh, yeah, we all do that, Denise. I know not everybody does, because some people use G Suite. Microsoft 365, it's got so many add-ons now. Shout out to the bearded 365 guy on YouTube. If you haven't followed him, he's called Jonathan. He's got a great YouTube channel and he goes through, and he's from Yorkshire. That's a place in the UK for anyone listening to this from the US. But go and check him out. He is brilliant when it comes to Microsoft 365 and all the different things that you can use it for and how it works, and Copilot. And of course, it has its own AI software. Remember, if you are using Microsoft, you get free access to a certain level of Copilot. Then, of course, you can have more advanced versions if you spend more money on it. For many people, of course, you might want to use MS Teams for your meetings, depending on what organizations you work with. So you've got all of those things with 365. Really useful, and I wouldn't be without it. So that's what I use for planning. And yes, people just think it's an email system, but for me, my calendar really drives my behavior. So I put everything into my calendar, and I'm working at the moment on working less. And I find that the more I plan, I can make that happen for me so that I can do other things on top of my day job. So by planning, listen to some of our productivity tips around planning, but I plan things in my diary and then I work my diary. It's something I do and it works really well. There's two other things that are invaluable for me. I am a Remarkable convert. Now, I have the Remarkable 2. This is like a notebook that you can electronic notebook. And I got my Remarkable, I think it was in January. I bought it for myself for my birthday. Sad woman that I am, in January 2024. And I've been looking at it for a while and wondering if it would work for me. And it does. It is amazing because I am the notebook woman. I have notebooks everywhere. I do a lot of journaling as well. So I've got journals for my personal journaling. I have notebooks all over the place. I have notebooks for Superfast. I have notebooks for another business that we have. I have notebooks for when I'm on a call with clients. And it's just like, if you think about it logically, this piece of kit, I'm not sure how much they are now because the Pro is more expensive, but literally I think it's something like £300 or something like that. It has been another game changer for me. I think the first year was free for online, but basically it will sync with my computer. I can even actually use it if I'm presenting and present from it and draw from it. It has the same feel as writing on paper, which is very important to me as a writer, but also I can tap different things on it and it will actually just turn it all into text. In fact, there are so many things that you can do with the Remarkable, but what I like is that, obviously I'm a coach, I take notes. And note to everyone, legally, if you are working with someone in a coaching contract, then it's important if you keep notes that your client can get hold of them and you can share them with your client. So I can share notes with my client of anything that I've written down that they might want to have. So I love my Remarkable and it helps me. I'm looking at it now because I've got the notes down here of all the things that I want to cover in this podcast. So I use my Remarkable. It's Remarkable 2, great piece of kit. Strongly recommend people buy it. I have it now. Sharon has it. And at least 5 of our clients have bought them as well. Oh, and just to say, there are plenty of planners that you can get, that you can download onto your Remarkable as well, that you can use. So it really is amazing. I just wanted to take a moment to connect with all of you amazing listeners. As you know, our podcast isn't sponsored and we pour our hearts into bringing you quality content for every single episode. Now, if you've been enjoying the show, I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. You can find me at linkedin.com/Denise Oyston. That's Oyston. Just click that link. Let's connect. And also a quick reminder that sharing our podcast or giving us a shout out on social goes a long way to helping grow our community and getting the message out there to all of the small recruitment companies and staffing companies and search companies that want to do well. Your support does mean the world to us and it helps us to continue doing what we love. So thanks for being part of the journey. Now let's get back to that show. The other thing that we use is a project management tool. And years ago, I used to use Monday. I really loved Monday. It was great at the time, but like anything when it comes to software, things improve, don't they? And so now I use a tool called ClickUp. And what I like about ClickUp is obviously all of our team can work it. We have different workspaces, the ClickUp version that we have. Obviously, Sharon has a business. She has a Sharon Newey coaching. And so there can be a separate workspace there for Sharon. There's a workspace for Superfast. There's a workspace for something else that we do. So we've got all of that opportunity to do that. You can tag people in it. You can start off for free if you want to do that. But what I love is in that particular piece of software, we can set recurring tasks. All the tasks that, there's certain things like, so when I'm recording podcasts like these, there's a process that happens, record the podcast, and then something else happens, and I need to make sure that everything goes onto the website, images created, and all of these are mapped out, and then they're just set onto a recurring process. And so every day, lovely Mr. ClickUp emails me to tell me what I need to do. And that works really well because I know then in the month that everything works. There are lots of videos on YouTube about ClickUp. It's not outrageously expensive. In fact, I can't even remember what we pay for it now. I think there's 6 of us on it. So that might be relevant for you or not, but I think it's something like £30 to £40 a month. Again, another game changer that we use, and we find it really, really useful. So let me talk about other software that might help you. And these are all things you can go and explore and have a look at. Very important piece of software for us. Well, it's 2 pieces. One is called Thrivecart, which is one of our payment processors. And the other is called Stripe. Now, many of you probably will have heard of Stripe. It's a way to take payments. Obviously, there is a fee attached. Always a cost of doing business, isn't there? So there's a fee attached, but we use Stripe and we use Thrivecart, which is our sort of payment gateway, because the majority of our clients pay us via credit card. And I remember when we first went into business, 18, 19 years ago, it wasn't easy to do it, to get access to the process of being able to be paid by credit card. Whereas now it's a lot easier with things like Stripe, and give your clients options on how they can pay you. That is another game changer in being able to, obviously have to factor in there's going to be a fee attached. There's always a fee to do business. So you just need to consider that. But what if it makes, I know for some of our clients, we started offering credit card payments because it made it easier for them. Some people, their credit card bills at a certain time in the month. So they started their membership with us at a certain time when their credit card was going to click over. And it works for everybody. If you can support your clients in a certain way, then why not do it? And obviously your money's protected as well. So that's something that you may want to think about and you may want to consider. Thinking of other pieces of software, it comes to LinkedIn. We don't actually use an automation tool on LinkedIn. Many people do. And there are several out there that are from Linked Helper to Dripify to Expandy. We personally don't use any of those. That's just, we do our own at the moment. Though something we do use is Sales Navigator. Couldn't live without Sales Navigator. It's a really many of you will have obviously recruiter licenses. It might be different for you, but if you are really focused on BD, Sales Navigator can really help in prioritizing the people that you want to reach out to. Yes, there are other scraping tools out in the market. However, with Sales Nav, you can, put your criteria in. I want companies with more than 11 employees or more than 50 employees working in this sector. And I want the MDs and I want this. And so you'll get lots of people on there that then you can use that for. And I think, again, I'm not sure how much it costs now, £60-70 a month. It's really worth it from a BD perspective. Now, I touched on Score App. It's a relatively new tool for us. At the moment, it's working well. Go and have a look. Go and take a couple of Score Apps yourself. Come and take ours. Have a look at some of the information. Go and check out Dan Priestley on YouTube. He came up with the software idea. Really fabulous bit of kit. And I will report back more when we've had more people actually go through it. The other things that we use, again, very logical. We use Canva Pro. I would always recommend using the Pro version for what it costs you. We actually, for our clients in Superfast Circle, we have professionally designed Canva templates for them that they can use for their business and to use now. So that's something that's great with Canva. You can probably find a Canva designer somewhere that will do things for you and just drop them into it with all your brand palette and everything else. You can create really professional things in Canva, from videos to reports to PDFs, all of the things. So again, for like £100 a year, it's buttons really. We use Zoom for all of our meetings. We've been using it for years now, probably 10 years actually, before it became popular during lockdown and COVID and the pandemic and all of those things. I'm sure most people use Zoom. It's a great piece of recording software. Currently, our videos, you'll see many of our videos are actually on YouTube, but also we use a piece of software called Wistia. Again, been using Wistia for years, probably 12, 13 years now. I'm quite loyal. Once I get a piece of software that works, it works for us. It's more expensive, but what I like about Wistia as well is you cannot tell the individual that's been watching a video, but if you know you've sent your video to somebody that lives in Cambridge, for instance, and then you can see from the analytics that you get on Wistia that somebody from Cambridge has watched that video, yippee-dippee-doo, then you know that person maybe is more engaged with you and possibly you could reach out to them. So that's something to consider as well. Obviously, we use YouTube. We do a lot of videos. We use, again, a piece of software that does the writing for us and makes them look quite clean and neat and stylized. Yes, you can do. There are multiple pieces of software that do that now. Descript, CapCut, all of those ones. I've, again, stuck with Splashio. We like Splashio. We've been using it for years. Gideon, I know the guy that actually owns the company. And literally, I sent away 3 videos this morning. It's just a case of click, click, click. And it goes away and then literally comes back within a few hours and it's all done. And it's done by a human being. So I quite like that. So that's what we do with that. Email marketing, we use a version of Go High Level. Now, Go High Level is a CRM for consultancies. Does it work in recruitment? Well, interestingly, one of our clients is using it and she's doing well with it. So have a think. Go and check it out. We use like a branded version of it, which is very similar. But go and check out Go High Level. It has multiple things that you can do. It's got like a CRM. You can even host a website on it. Lots of things that you can do with Go High Level. We also use Zapier, which is like a connection tool. So, sometimes little bits of software do not talk to one another and you need them to talk to one another. And so you need to create these like connections. They're called zaps between them. So we use Zapier for that, just to be transparent on how that works. When we record videos, you'll have seen when Sharon interviews someone, and we use it for other things in our business that clients see, there's a piece of software called Riverside.fm. That has got multiple capabilities. You can do your LinkedIn live streams from it as well. You can live stream onto multiple platforms. It does high quality videos. It will help you with podcasts. Again, we got an offer on it many years ago, but I think it costs us something like £200 to £300 a year. Again, it might not be something that you want to do, but if you are considering moving into podcasting and doing more video, it could be something to consider, because it really is a brilliant piece of kit and they're always updating it. Just go and check it out, riverside.fm. A little bit on AI tools. Everyone loves a good AI tool that they have or haven't been using or to find out about it. Yes, we use the paid version of ChatGPT. I'll be honest, not as much. I have a preferred tool, which is Claude.ai, and I just like Claude. It has very similar things to ChatGPT, but I think AI tools are very personal in how you use them. I just happen to like Claude and the way that it presents itself and the way that I can store information and everything else. The other tool that I use is Perplexity, and that really does deep research, goes onto the web. I love Perplexity for going and doing lots of research for both us and for our clients. And again, I use the pro version. And to be honest, between Perplexity and Claude, those are two AI tools that I use all the time, and they probably save me hours a week. So those are two ones that I use. I use another one called Sonics, which is just a transcription, not just a transcription tool. It's a great transcription tool. It's like an AI transcription, but it is amazing. And again, very inexpensive. You're looking at like a handful of dollars for an hour's transcription, so not a lot at all. We have a great website designed by Mike at 1510. Shout out to Mike. And the thing about our website, it's WordPress, but we use like a theme, Elementor, and that works actually with lots of other things. So it works really well. Another piece of software that we use around video editing that, to be quite honest, I probably use every single day of the week. I couldn't live without it. And I've had various versions of it over the years, and that is something called Camtasia. Now, it's created by a company called TechSmith, and they do a whole suite of products. So I use two tools from them. One is Camtasia, and I'm on 2025 at the moment, but that does amazing things. So you can really, it's a really amazing piece of kit when it comes to editing software. They're very good with their training. They have a whole bunch of trainers that will jump on a call with you as well. So paid for, by the way. But they have lots of training modules. They've got a great YouTube channel. I've been using Camtasia since probably 2008. Various versions of it, and now you can actually upload videos into it, and they will actually do a transcription for us, for you as well, even though we use Splashio. So lots of things that you can do there. And I think that's about it. We use School for our community platform. That's spelt SKOOL. That's a great platform where we store all our videos. It's really, really safe. We have our paid group on there, so all of our clients get access to School because it's secure, and we can just upload things there for them as they need them. So again, might be something to consider. I know many of you have asked about, well, I want to create a community. Should I go for a Facebook group or should I do whatever? And I don't know, there's weird things going on in the world at the moment, and I'm just not too sure about Facebook, but who knows? We have a group on Facebook, and we still put content in there for people, but who knows? I like School, so it might be worth you just going and checking it out. So lots of things that we use. Hope that's been useful. Any other questions, drop me a call, drop me an email, and hopefully I'll answer them. So this is Denise saying bye for now, and I'll see you soon. If you enjoy this podcast and this year you are ready to take your marketing to the next level, then check out Superfast Circle. This is a unique marketing program designed specifically for recruiters and their marketeers. You get access to 2 virtual marketing directors, you get consultancy, you get your hand held through the whole process, training, consulting, and we provide content resources. So go over to superfastrecruitment.co.uk /join and check out what's available.